And here's a look at some of what's just ahead tonight on News 8. Teachers in Washington Township have apparently broken a stalemate in their contract talks. Today, a tentative agreement was announced.
He calls himself the seventh son of Moses. James Wallace Hall of Indianapolis is the son of two former slaves. Tonight we'll tell you why he's the subject of an upcoming profile.
Basketball superstars have been known to sell out arenas in the professional ranks, even in college. But tonight in Martinsville, high school marvel Damon Bailey was the sellout drawing card, and the crowd was not disappointed.
At the Indianapolis Children's Museum, the Double Dutch girls were a sheer delight today as they hopped, skipped, and jumped rope with skill, speed, and accuracy.
It's amazing. Also, we'll have Jim's sports and Tom's weather. Join us next on News 8.
If you've had any kind of back or neck problem but feel you can't afford chiropractic care, your worrying days are over. The Back Pain Chiropractic Clinics offer their NUPE plan. NUPE means no out-of-pocket expense to you. Come into our clinic and we'll send in your insurance forms. That's it. You owe the Back Pain Clinics no more than your insurance will pay. That means no deductibles, no co-payments, no balances. It's just that simple. Call today for an appointment. The Back Pain Chiropractic Clinics.
Luskin's $1 million warehouse inventory sale is held over 3 more days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Don't miss this very special opportunity to save up to 75% off one-of-a-kind brand-name audio-video electronics. Fantastic bargains at Luskin's. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday only at one location, Luskin's Lafayette Square Warehouse, near 38th Street and Lafayette Road. Once-in-a-lifetime savings from Luskin's, the cheapest guy in town.
I don't like to wait.
Did you just wait and wait for your last pair of glasses? Now there's a better way. Lens Crafters. Our in-store laboratories can custom grind your exact prescription in about 1 hour.
It took me one trip to get 2 pairs of glasses.
1 hour, 1 trip.
I had my glasses in less than an hour.
Lens Crafters. Quality eyeglasses in about an hour. Castleton Square and Greenwood Park Malls, and at the corner of Lafayette and Georgetown Roads, behind Cub Foods.
Stay tuned for Indiana's best newscast, next on Channel 8. From Wish TV in Indianapolis, Neal Moore, Tina Cosby, weather with meteorologist Tom Magnuson, and sports with Jim Barber. This is News 8.
Good evening. Good evening. There's been a breakthrough at the bargaining table for Washington Township teachers.
But as News 8's Helen Somerset shows us, reaching the tentative 2-year agreement wasn't easy.
6 representatives from the Teachers Association and a team from the school board began their meeting here last Thursday. 43 hours later, around 7 this morning, they wrapped up their marathon debate.
I think we'd probably tried everything there was, and we were at the very end of the patience on both sides, and something had to be done. We were headed for some very, very difficult times, and we thought just almost anything was worth a try before we crossed over the very last bridge.
Petit wouldn't go into the details of the contract, a contract that's become a sore point within the system since last summer. Months of constant negotiations during the fall proved futile. In December, a fact finder was brought in to listen to the 125 contractual requests teachers were asking for. One, a 16% salary increase. At that point, the board was offering 4%. In January, teachers declared talks to be at an impasse. They claimed to be fed up with what they called the board's insensitive handling of their requests. But Washington Township Superintendent says both sides entered these talks with open minds.
It's kind of a process that keeps your mind off what you're supposed to be doing and educating children. And I think most people like to get those things behind them and not worry about them anymore. And the Board of Education was very concerned about that, but yet has a responsibility to the community to make sure that whatever is bargained can be something that the community can support.
Teachers at North Central and at all other Washington Township schools will have a chance to look at the proposal on Monday. At this point, the agreement is only tentative, and it'll stay that way until they give their okay. Helen Somerset, Wish TV, News 8.
After teachers look at the contract, the school board gets a chance to do the same. If they approve it, the deal becomes official.
Well, replacement guards are on the job tonight at the Newport Army ammunition plant. In fact, the temporary help outnumbers the striking guards who would normally be on duty. The civilian workers who guard nearly 4 million pounds of deadly VX nerve gas walked off the job last night. 90 members of the United Plant Guard Workers of America took to the picket line in a dispute over a proposed wage cut. Mason and Hanger, the company that operates the plant for the Army, has hired replacement guards. A federal jury in Indianapolis could decide tomorrow the outcome of a wrongful death suit filed against Bloomington police by the widow of former IU football player Denver Smith. Smith was shot and killed in September of 1983 after threatening both police and motorists. Today, defense attorneys called their final witnesses, including a researcher into police behavior who contended that officers exhausted all other means of protecting their lives before using deadly force. Also, a sports medicine researcher testified that Smith's behavior may have been influenced by the use of steroids, which can make people violently aggressive. However, an attorney for Smith's widow, Sonequa, said there was no physical evidence of steroid use. Mrs. Smith is seeking more than $600,000 in damages against the city of Bloomington and 3 officers who were involved in that shooting.
The convicted murderer of an 11-year-old Albany, Indiana boy faces a 60-year prison term. Delaware Circuit Judge Stephen Caldemeyer imposed the maximum sentence against Timothy Stevens, who confessed to involvement in the killings of Jonelle Goodman and her son Jeremy, along with the attempted murder of Goodman's 4-year-old daughter. Stevens pleaded guilty to killing the boy with repeated blows to the head with a hammer. Under a plea agreement, Stevens won't be charged in the other crimes. After confessing to the crimes, Stevens attempted suicide by drinking toilet bowl cleaner. The residents of Lawrence are being asked to use as little water as possible until tomorrow morning. A water main break was discovered early this morning when the street collapsed near 46th and Richard. The culprit, Mother Nature. Fluctuations in temperatures are being blamed for the trouble that was fixed by the afternoon.
What we're asking our citizens to do now is to conserve on our water until we can build up the reserves now that we have got the main repaired. And we're concerned now about other breakages occur because usually this is just the start of things.
Water pressure in the area remains low, and city officials are asking Lawrence residents to conserve water until at least 2 a.m.
2 of the firefighters hospitalized as a result of Tuesday's fire at the Murat Shrine are now back home. Christopher Pitts, who suffered a broken leg, and Robert Deckard, who sustained a shoulder injury, were released from Methodist Hospital. In all, 15 firefighters were injured in Tuesday's blaze. 7 were trapped for more than an hour in the burning building when a ceiling collapsed in a storage room. The most seriously injured fireman, Charles Thompson, is listed in stable condition with a broken back. Well, still ahead on News 8, the Democratic presidential candidates hit it up in the last debate in the New Hampshire primary.
And some 8th grade girls will show you the ropes of double Dutch jumping.
Why didn't you Midas-size the brakes? Why didn't you Midas-size the brakes?
Midas-size your brakes and get it right the first time.
Why didn't you Midas-size the brakes?
It's the monumental event you've been waiting for. Your Lincoln Mercury dealer's President's Week Sales Spectacular. We're out to offer spectacular values on every Lincoln, every Mercury in stock. Save over $1,600 on Mercury Sable with customer cash and popular equipment package savings. Over $1,500 on Mercury Cougar. Get $500 customer cash with Mercury Tracer. Hurry in now to one of our biggest sales events ever. The President's Week Sales Spectacular. Only at your Lincoln Mercury dealer.
Hey, let's get something to drink. Let's forget about it.
No, come on, it's no problem.
So, how do we get back in?
Hey. Okay, come on, let's go. You got the keys? This is not a problem.
Presidential hopeful Richard Gephardt found himself a frequent target in the final Democratic debate before Tuesday's New Hampshire primary. Gephardt, who emerged the winner in Iowa's caucuses, squared off with Illinois Senator Paul Simon. Simon enraged Gephardt through a TV commercial asking, "Who do you trust?" And Gephardt took it as a personal attack. But a number of the other candidates accused Gephardt of flip-flopping on issues, including President Reagan's tax cut package.
You know, that's not a flip-flop. That's a triple back somersault with a half twist.
I find it amusing that Dick Gephardt would react personally to advertisements from Paul Simon which simply spell out his record. I'm familiar with the record. He hasn't distorted your record at all.
Massachusetts Governor Michael Dukakis is the front-runner in Tuesday's primary. A disappointing showing could spell an end to some of the candidates' campaigns.
Former Democratic presidential candidate Joseph Biden is in serious condition tonight after undergoing surgery to repair a burst artery at the base of his brain. Biden is reportedly progressing well and was awake and alert today. He dropped out of the race in the midst of a plagiarism scandal.
Well, the Winter Olympics in Calgary, Canada are off and running. The Olympic torch was ushered into Calgary's McMahon Stadium for today's opening ceremonies. The first gold medals of the 16-day competition will be awarded tomorrow, including the men's downhill skiing event, the 70-meter ski jump, and the 500-meter speed skate. Well, when the Summer Olympics open in Seoul, South Korea, double Dutch rope jumping will be featured this summer. It's not an Olympic sport yet, but some of the advocates are troops like the world champion Black Magic. The girls from Hartford, Connecticut are at the Children's Museum for performances this weekend. And Coach Pamela Smith says there's more to double Dutching than fast, fancy jumping.
A lot of it is just trying to get through to that girl and making her aware that she can make it and that she has to discipline herself and give herself some kind of gear towards the direction that she wants to do.
The 14-year-old girls are 8th graders. They'll know in a few weeks if they'll be chosen to demonstrate double Dutch jumping in the Olympics.
Nice. Well, February is Black History Month, a time set aside to showcase and highlight the accomplishments of blacks in America and around the world. Here in Indianapolis, James Wallace Hall is a living example of black history, past, present, and future. James Wallace Hall is a retired Indianapolis businessman. That's not unusual, but when you consider the 97-year-old is the son of 2 former slaves from Kentucky, the story of his success takes on a different meaning.
It was a hard life. Back at that time, wages were low, the work was hard, the weather was bad, and you had to be an unusual person to succeed.
He did succeed, but he had to contend with post-emancipation racism, Reconstruction, and the Ku Klux Klan.
They would send a notice over a night or two before and tell him, niggas, get ready, we gonna come over to visit, pay you a visit, such a night.
As Hall moved through the years, he educated himself, he traveled, and wrote books. One of which is an economic strategy he's planned for blacks in America called the Hall Plan for Black Economic Emancipation. Hall adds the key is not to get a job, it's to create jobs.
You go on a job, have a purpose, to learn what you can about that job because you want to enter that business. And go there and just work long enough to get the information you want and then go on and open up places yourself.
Tomorrow I'll have a half-hour close-up feature of Hall, his life, accomplishments, and plans for the future. It's called Seventh Son of Moses and will air as a special Black History Month edition of the Wish TV show Black Focus. That's tomorrow morning at 8:30. Well, coming up next, Tom Magnuson's weather forecast. Stay with us.
Hey, you've got an Escort just like mine.
It's an Escort, but not quite like yours. I've got deluxe mirrors, body side molding, special wheel covers, deluxe bumpers. Got a great buy.
Where'd you get it?
Sharp Ford.
But how much?
$79.95. And I got a $400 cash rebate, too.
You're kidding. All that for $79.95?
Yep.
Oh, no. You ought to hear what I paid.
Don't be mad after you buy. Get your driveway price on a fully equipped Ford today at Sharp Ford. US 31 South in Hannah. Happy Sharp buyers get more for their money.
The tradition continues. Save 10 to 50% on diamonds and fine gold jewelry during the Shane Company's After Inventory Vault Clearance Sale. Once each year during this sale, every diamond, every precious gem, every piece of fine gold jewelry in our vaults is reduced 10 to 50% off. Time is short. Hundreds of items drastically reduced 10 to 50% off during the After Inventory Vault Clearance Sale at the Shane Company.
Need any help?
Getting Valentine's stuff for my girlfriend.
How many you got?
3.
How about Whitman's chocolates?
Danny loves candy.
People's Drug has a great buy on Whitman samplers.
How much?
Just $3.69 for a 1-pound box.
Okay, but how about Alice?
How about a cute plush animal?
Yeah, but Marie likes perfume stuff.
Here you go.
Gee, thanks for your help.
Oh, thank you. 3. People's Drug, the convenience you want.
The savings you deserve.
Well, he's there now. He's at the track meet. Excuse me, I've got another call waiting. Hello?
Hello, Dad.
Jim?
I just wanted to talk to the old #1 coach.
Call waiting from Indiana Bell, because some calls just can't wait.
Well, Dad, how soon do you think you can get here?
Now?
Okay.
Call waiting from Indiana Bell. Some calls mean too much to miss.
Tom Magnuson is approved by the American Meteorological Society.
Well, the weather is not going to be dull. The next few days, there's going to be plenty of changes.
A lot of highs and lows, so to speak, right?
I'll admit it. You like it when you have all kinds of things like this.